Hey, just wanted to take a minute and go over some of the features and benefits and Q&A for our brand new Cyclone Cane. Cyclone Cane, we say it is the best cane in the world, period. And here it is, finally. It's been out for 3 weeks. It's selling off the charts, and there's a reason why, and I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. But let's start with the device itself. Let's start with the grip itself here. The grip here is pretty cool. It's large. And before we get into more with the grip, let me talk about my dimensions here. I'm 6'2", 210 pounds, and I'm 62 years old. I've had 17 knee surgeries, and I have arthritis pretty much in my body, but a lot of it in my hands. So having the right kind of grip is really important to me. I've had other kinds of canes, and I've been on devices for more than 1,000 days. It's not any fun. So let me put this disclaimer out there before we get started. That disclaimer is that no device is any fun. But being a little disabled, and I'm a little disabled, well, some people think I'm a lot disabled, but a little disabled shouldn't stop you from living your life. You should go anywhere you want, not just on concrete, but anywhere you want to go with a great device and live your life. And that's what I want for you. So looking at the grip first, which is where you hold the device. This grip is really cool. Inside this grip, first of all, there are 2 springs, one on either side here, that move in and out, that give you a great feedback tactile feel, which is what you want. The grip itself is rubber-like, so it's going to be comfortable and grippy at the same time. And there are air vents here, so if your palms get a little sweaty, that works with you also. So if I turn it this way, and I stand here and I push, guess what? Look at that. It's perfect. It goes right through my ulna and radius. It uses and engages the strongest muscles I have here, so I have more stability when I move. And if you look here, it is also facing forward. We're going forward, not backwards. So when I move, I want it to move this way. Now, there's a strange curve in here, and we call this crossbow. This is really, really important. In our opinion, those devices that stand up by themselves are just pure gimmicks. It's great that it can stand up by itself. That's called static balancing. What you want is dynamic balancing. And what does that mean? That means when you're moving, I want to balance. When I'm putting weight on it, I want to balance. If you get a cane now, just stand there now with your cane you have now, put your hand on the handle and press like this. What's going to happen is as soon as you press, it's going to want to do this or want to do this. This one doesn't. When I press it, it stays balanced no matter where I am, and that's what I want. Dynamic balancing, not static balancing. That means when I'm walking, I feel safe. I want to feel safe. That's what this is all about. So I can put lots of pressure on it. I can put lots of pressure on my hand to right here and feel safe at the same time, and it's comfy. I don't even need to grip it. This is nice. So crossbow with dynamic balancing works very well, and we do that with our devices. If you want to adjust the device here, all you got to do here is pull this out slightly, and you'll see a little red marker. And all you do there is adjust it to where you want. And you put it here. If you pull it out too far, that's great too, because you may have to clean it. If you're an off-roader, you go do some crazy stuff out there like I do, you may want to take it off, clean it up a little bit. It's made of rust-proof aluminum, so it's not going to rust on you. And it's really, really strong, so it's not going to break. It's also not going to rattle. It drives me crazy when we invented these, that canes rattle. We don't want that at all. We also want it to look cool. So it's got a D-shaped, smooth finish when it approaches you, and a concave finish here. And this is no accident. This shape makes the device much stronger. When we get down to the grip, not the grip, but the foot itself, look at that. Beautiful. It's about 2.5 times larger than a normal cane tip. This is what we want. And if you look here, it has vents on the end, and that is really important. If you don't have these vents to release fluid, you're in trouble. And that's important for this. Water doesn't compress, so all it does is collect. So it's just like a car. If you're driving on rain with bald tires, you're going to slip because water doesn't compress. You're going to slide on top of it. The same thing with these. This allows the water to go inside, and as you put pressure on the device on the ground, it spurts out of these little vents here and keeps you safe and keeps the rubber where it meets the road. That's what we want. The next thing we want here is we want this part to stay on the ground as long as possible. To do that, I need this to be very flexible at the upper points here so that when it moves, it stays flat to the ground. This is called articulation. So these little hash marks here for a patent pending tip here are very important. They allow it to bend about 15 degrees, which is great. And that keeps you safe.